Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Happy Tans podcast. This is a unique and special episode. I have the wonderful Ellen Sheffer from Greenville, North Carolina here to record, and I want Southern Soleil.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like that is correct. Southern Soleil. Yeah, that's right.
Soleil. Okay. Yeah. So she's here to record today's podcast in person, which is awesome. This will be the first video one that we've done. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for
coming. Me too. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So let's introduce you to everybody that doesn't know who you are, where you're from, how long you've been in the industry, all that fun stuff.
Okay. Yeah. My name is Ellen Sheffer. I have been in the industry since 2009, and I started out just working in a salon and spa when I was in undergrad at ECU. So I started in the industry learning how to spray tan. I just learned from the owner there, did spray tanning and didn't really do anything with it. Yeah. Graduated. Then, like I was telling you, I was a crisis counselor for a long time, and I eventually found out that I didn't want to do that. I was working 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. Wow. I feel like I was exhausted all the time, and I didn't really have time for anything else or my friends, my family, and so I quit my job. And I put in my 2 weeks notice, but I didn't have a backup plan. And so not having a backup plan, I actually had to start cleaning houses in Greenville, and I would, since it's a big college town, I would flip over apartment complexes as students moved out and new students moved in. So that is what I did. And I swear, I think I've cleaned every toilet in Greenville. But really, I mean, but there's more apartment complexes now, but there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students. So did that a lot. And then I was watching TV one day and I saw Fabiola spray tanning, and I guess it was a rerun because I really don't know what year this was because everything's kind of like run together. But it was several years ago. Watched her, and then I was like, I got this. I could do that. I was like, I knew how to spray tan. And so I invested in equipment. I invested in training, doing a whole bunch of online training, some in person, but mostly online, and then learning by myself because, as you know, there wasn't a lot of people to learn from, and especially in North Carolina, because this is definitely like West Coast transitioning over to East Coast. For sure. And now it definitely has blown up, but when it first started, I didn't know. So it was a lot of trial and error. And I'm very grateful for all of my clients that have stuck with me for sure. But that's how I got started. So invested in equipment, certifications, and then started spray tanning just anybody I could. I worked in another salon and spa as the manager. And so that's where I learned like hair, nails, skin. I felt like I'm not licensed as an esthetician or a cosmetologist in North Carolina, but I felt as though like I kind of was because I was like overseeing all these people, but I learned a lot in that industry. So I fell in love with the salon and spa industry. And so I started off mobile. I did mobile starting in like 2011. Okay. And I was the only mobile spray tan artist in Greenville, and I would travel up to an hour outside of Greenville. And I still travel, as you know, like I'm here right now. I still travel very far, depending on like the clients and how many I'm spraying and stuff like that. But then I was like, I'm really tired of traveling so much. And so I wanted to get into a salon. And I did. I was there for 8 months. But in Greenville, there's like the downtown, uptown district, and the parking is really, really bad. And with spray tanning and walking in rain, Eastern North Carolina, it rains a lot. And then it's very, very humid, and you can't sweat or get wet. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, this isn't going to work. I was there for 8 months. And then I went to another place because my friends opened up a salon, and they were like, would you like to have our back room? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Because they had a parking lot, which is very, very crucial in Greenville. So I was able to actually like walk my clients out to the car with an umbrella if it was raining, or give them towels to wrap up with and things like that. And after I did that for 3 years, I built up my clientele enough in the salon and still traveling to then open Southern Soleil's first brick and mortar. Yeah. So which just happened. Just happened. Yeah, awesome. May 23rd was my first day of like officially opening.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the most ideal time because students had just left a week or two prior.
Yeah.
And so I was like, slow. It's always like June, July, mid-August, it starts picking up again when students come back. And it was just super slow, but I was very grateful for that time because I think that opening up and having it like packed, I probably would have been overwhelmed. So it's been like a gradual process that I'm happy of. I just had like my first open house and that went really well. And so in Southern Soleil, we offer, of course, spray tanning. We offer teeth whitening now. We just got that in for about a month ago. And then I will be doing body contouring soon.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so that's what
awesome.
I'll be doing.
What teeth whitening system?
Sun Smile.
Okay.
Smile. So yeah, we have had great results with it. Yeah. Everyone seems to like it. No sensitivity.
That's what she talked about. A lot of sensitivity issues. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're the peroxide level and like the CB level that's in the pre-filled trays. They're professional grade. And so I think the way that she makes it is just, it's not harsh. And in Canada, it is certified as a national or a health product, certified health product.
Oh, good.
So that's why I felt comfortable going with Sun Smile.
Yeah. She's great. She's part of Sun Sivo, so she was in there. So that's awesome. So lots of changes for you over the past 10 years.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. And I think you kind of see some ups and downs and all that stuff that goes on. So I like to touch on the high points and the low points so people can kind of get the full scope of what it's like to be a business owner. So let's start off with what's been the worst moment so far. And then on the flip side, we'll talk about the best.
Okay. Worst moment. I know I've been thinking about this. Okay, so I guess like I could tell a funny story. Like they're not worst moments, they're learning moments for me. But at the time it's like, oh my God, like I cannot believe that just happened, like what I'm gonna do. And so my friend and also my client spray tanning mobile at her house and had a whole bunch of girlfriends, and she was sitting on the back of the couch and it wasn't pushed up all the way against the wall. And then she folded in the middle of the couch and spilled wine all over her fresh spray tan. And it was just like, I was shocked. I was just like, I don't know what to do. Because I've dealt with little spills, but I mean, this was a full glass of wine that was just poured all over her. But it's okay. I got her up. I dried her. And then we redid the whole process. We didn't strip the tan or anything. I just had to do a lot of blending and just a nice light coat, and we fixed it, and she was good to go.
Did she get bronzer all over the wall and stuff?
Actually, I never looked at that or the couch, but the couch was tan anyway, so that was okay. And that was like in their room that like it's their office, but they really don't go in there, and that was like not the couch that everyone sits on. So it was absolutely fine that she fell on that couch.
Everybody has those crap moments, and you start sweating and you're like, oh no, what to do.
Yes, I definitely
clogs or solution spitting, running, whatever it may be.
Definitely. And you have to be a quick thinker as a spray tan artist, like for real, because you only have so many seconds to fix it or it's going to be bad. Like you have to like, okay, dry, blend, spray, dry, like it's just all of that. And I don't think that a lot of people know that. So then once they get sprayed, it's like, yeah, I'm done. No, you are processing. You are still processing. Please be careful.
Education
is key.
Yeah, it is. And then flip side of that, what's the best moment so far?
Okay. So last time I did an interview, I cried about this, but I think I'm good.
Okay.
So it's rewarding to see people actually look at themselves in the mirror, especially if you're obviously doing a clear solution. They're not going to have that instant gratification, but doing it in like when we have regular bronzer and they see their tan line, or even if it's that light glow and they're not fully developed, they're just like, oh my gosh, like it looks so much better. I look thinner. I'm like, I feel so good. And like afterwards, I mean, some of the girls are just like, yeah, I look so good. And I'm like, you do look so good. And like, men, I would say like they really, really feel good about themselves. Like, afterwards, And men, they tend to be more critical on themselves, I think, because a woman is spraying them. Maybe they wouldn't be so critical if a man was spraying them.
Yeah,
but
makes sense.
Yeah. And the upside, sorry. Last one, the last mobile tan I did about a month ago. She was on her way to Vegas for her husband's like 60th birthday.
Yeah.
And she had never had a spray tan before. And she found me on Facebook and through a lot of referrals. And she called me, we talked about it. And I was like, this is my mobile price. This is in salon price. And she's like, I'm not comfortable being in the salon. And I was like, okay, that's absolutely fine. I can come to you, set up, no problem. We sprayed her. Everything was fine. I check on her. She loved her tan the next day. But then also about a month later, she called and booked again. And this is where I was like, I had her on speakerphone, and Josh was listening too, because we were walking and we were in a crowd. So I couldn't I don't know. I just had her on phone. And so we were rebooking. And she told me that was the first time she had taken pictures of herself in 30 years.
Wow.
30 years. And she didn't have pictures with her children, her husband, or anything. So that is so rewarding because to change someone's entire perspective about themselves and to say, I have pictures of my husband's 60th birthday, that's amazing.
That is.
That's amazing.
It's uplifting, and a lot of people kind of dismiss the mental, how it makes people feel and just more confident. And,
Yep.
It's kind of like teeth white. It kind of goes with teeth whitening or getting your hair cut or anything, manicure, pedicures, all that stuff. So.
Yeah, because some people are definitely teeth, they don't want to show you their teeth because they are very embarrassed of them. But then especially since I've been doing the teeth whitening, people are like, oh my gosh, I love it, especially when they see the before and afters if I get a good picture.
And it's the same thing with the tan.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Amazing. 30 years no pictures. I've never heard something like that.
I know. And so that when she told me that, I was like, I was crying. I'm like, that's why I do what I do. And it's not just it's not about the money. It's not about oh, I get to see all these beautiful women and men, but it's really about making a difference in their life so that they can actually live their life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, those are fun times, ups and downs, the roller coaster. I'm sure you've had plenty of sleepless nights and all these,
Oh, so many sleepless nights because you worry so much about, because they're still processing. You're worrying about this tan, and literally I'll sleep at night and I'm like, did I spray her stomach? Did I spray her stomach? Did I make her go like this? Did I make her go like this? Hands. Did I get the hands? Oh, which client was she? Yeah. So it is never, it's always ongoing. Yeah.
That's me and Jimmy did the training for Sunless Evo, and he's like, we went back to the hotel. And he's like, oh my God, I didn't spray that. But he had done it. But you were so in your, it's automatic. It's like, did I lock the door? It's the same kind of thing.
Muscle memory.
Yeah.
I'm like, I did it. I know I did it, but I'm like, did I do it? I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I got you tomorrow. I've really said that, especially if it's later on. If I've started at 6 or 7 that morning and then I've done tanning all day, and then when I get towards the end, I'm like, that's when I'm like, let me go back. But it is, I almost feel like I never should doubt myself because it's never happened.
Yeah.
It's never happened. It's just that insecurity and that anxiety. You're like, I want to make someone look so perfect. And because they pay good money, they should have a beautiful tan.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you do it once the clients leave, it's out of your control. So
100%. Yeah. I mean, seatbelt, pocketbooks, jewelry. I try.
Drooling babies.
I've had all that. Dogs, if you have pets, don't let them lick you. Yeah. And then babies, I mean, I have this technique that I feel like maybe a lot of other artists have too, but if you get wet, blend in little tiny circles in a stipling motion, and then let it be. Yeah. Once you rinse, it will be just fine.
Just fine.
Yeah. It will be just fine.
Tricky, right? If people are like, "Oh, look at this," you're like, "Just wash off."
It's just bronzer. It's just bronzer. Yeah.
It'll be good. So, you've been in business for a while. Do you remember how you got your first client? Paying client?
Ooh, okay. My first paying client.
Going way back.
It is, because that's when I was mobile.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of clients in the county next to me. Okay. So I'm in Pitt County, and then I do a lot of Lenoir County. And it's because there's no one there. So I believe one of my very first paying clients was in Kinston. And so that's about, depending on how far I have to go in Kinston, anywhere from like 35, 45-minute drive.
Okay.
And now I go there all the time. It's like Lenore County is my second home. I don't even feel like Greenville, I'm there that much anymore. But I think it was just the salon I was working in, and I was doing mobile tanning. And then she saw that like I had my card up there, and I was like, we don't do them here. I was like, but I travel. And she's like, okay. She put her card in her pocket, and then I heard from her later on down the road, and I believe it was for a wedding. And I still to this day, like, I'm like, girl, I was like, you the OG. I was like, you have been with me forever. Absolutely, yeah. Awesome. She comes to the salon sometimes now, but most of the time it's still mobile because she is a mom, and like it is easier for her to do mobile.
Yeah, that's all. And how many years ago was that when she started? Was that 2011?
Yeah, it was either 11 or 12. Okay. Yeah, because that was when I was working there. So 11 or 12, that's for sure.
Well, I like to say that because I like to talk to people when you think about advertising or getting a client, that customer or CLV, customer lifetime value, about how long they come to you and how much. I mean, when you're thinking about it strictly from a business standpoint, how much money you make off each person. Like if she's been coming to you for 7, 8 years, even if it's only 2 or 3 times a year, whatever it may be, that adds up. Each one.
Absolutely. And like my client retention, I would say, I don't know the real percentage. I'm going to say like 98, 99%, because I'm in a college town. My clients do move away, but when the ones that live there, I retain them. I've maybe lost like 1 or 2 clients, but I mean, they found another spray tan artist that they liked. So
that happens.
I mean,
prices, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Different solution, different technique.
Different technique. I mean, it's just like hair, like you're with someone for a little bit and you're like, I need to change. And that's all it was. So, I mean, I don't mind it at all, but I think that my client retention is good.
That's really good. Yeah. Josh was telling me about that too. So.
Yeah. Oh, Josh, I know. He's my mini man that works at the front.
He's like your squad, like your brag. He loves it.
Oh, I know.
He's awesome.
But he knows so much about the sunless industry.
He told me about calling people's product out. Like you ask, what is she? And he's like this and that.
I know. I'm like, so what? I'm like, what do you think that we should do on her today? And he's like, oh, definitely this solution or this. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because like I said, it's just me. Yeah. I don't have a lot of people to talk to, especially in my salon. Like I work alone. So I'm like, what should I do today? I don't really know. Like, I mean, I do know, but it's like, it's good to have a second opinion. Yeah. And I know like people that work in salons, they will ask the other hairdresser, like, so do I need to mix 6NN with whatever? And they're like, no, you need to do this. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I wish I had someone else, which in the long run, hopefully I'll be bringing someone in to work with me. And so then I'll have someone to talk to.
I was going to ask. So I was like, what's the progression? Is that the next goal, is to bring somebody in or just handle the mobile or something like that? Or
I think so. Right now I do have an intern. Her name's Mary Beth Gentry. She does makeup. And she just graduated. She's 18. And so she does fabulous makeup. And so she wants to be in the salon and spa industry, but yet she's in college. She doesn't kind of know. So she's coming to learn underneath me, not necessarily about spray tanning, but just like the business aspect. She loves the uptown community where my business is at, which is like a real booming part of town. And she just really wanted to do that. So she reached out to me off of like one of my Instagram posts one day. And she's like, I don't know if you were joking, but do you want an intern? And I was like, Josh, I just told you that I needed help the other day. I was like, I should really get this intern. He's like, email her. So I did. And I'm really bad at email back and forth. So it took like 3 weeks to even get her in for an interview. But when she came in, I fell in love with her. And now she is like killing it in the makeup game. She just started not long ago, like I said, but she's already doing booked weddings and bridal portraits, and she's just doing good. I would think, later down the road, I would like to see her in a management position and then bring in like probably someone else to do spray tanning. Okay. That would free me up to do more mobile, or I could just, we could have more clients coming in.
Yeah.
So it would be easier. So Josh does the whitening though. Someone can do whitening, tan, you know, so
yeah. Awesome.
It works.
Support there. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of natural progression, but some people just like, they don't like that. They're like, I want my business just me. That's it. That's my goal. But you have bigger goals. That's good. Yeah.
At first I did want it just me.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I can't do all this alone. I can't. And that's, Josh helps me out so much. And I don't know where I would be. Like, if I'm like, I need more consent forms and I have 10 new clients coming in today. I'm like, we're out of consent forms. You got to go get them. He's the go-to guy. Or, you know, we need signs, or we need brochures, or I need this done.
Stickers.
He did that as a surprise. Yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, having him there is definitely key. And, he can definitely, once I'm spraying, if there's more than one person, he talks to all the ladies, and the ladies love him.
Gives them some champagne.
Yeah.
I love it.
He'll champagne them up. Yeah,
That's
for
awesome.
sure.
That's awesome. Good support. Yeah, it's good to hear. I mean, a lot of people struggle with that next step and hiring the right people. I think it's a challenge. So it'll be interesting. Obviously, the intern's working out, but when you bring in another artist to be spray tan, it'll be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very confident in like training someone, because I've trained before, and I used to do it at the aesthetic school near us. But it's going to be hard transitioning my clients to somebody else.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
And so maybe we may do like a price differentiation to have, like, you know, you can get a spray tan with Claudia, I don't know, and then you can get a spray tan with Ellen. It might be a different price. I don't know. It's just, it's all up in the air, really. Because
that's a good point. That's the biggest. I think the biggest challenge is like not just that they come to Southern Soleil. It's like they come to Ellen, right? So,
yeah, no, I could be in my little room that I was in. It was not the best, and I was so grateful to have it. But it was tiny, and like now people see my salon and they're like, "Whoa, like you have really upgraded." And I'm like, but
hard work,
but if they came to me in my little teeny tiny room, and they see the big salon and they love it, but some of them are still like, you can still come to my house, because they just don't want to come. So I'm like, awesome. I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, that's cool. So what is how have things changed for you in the business as you went from like mobile, kind of like a part-time thing, right? I mean,
absolutely.
And then now to renting a little space, and now it's like, okay, I have a physical location. So how does your day change? Is it like, do you spend more time in the back office doing like office stuff? I mean, there's more to think about.
Well, I will say I'm still in the learning process for sure, because I've never had a storefront. And the main thing that's very hard is going from by appointment only to having a storefront that I want to be open.
Yeah.
But like today, like I'm not there. My intern's in school. Like, so my salon is shut down. So even though that's okay, Mondays and Tuesdays aren't that busy, but that's hard.
Yeah. So you would be normally open on Tuesdays? Do you have posts? Okay.
Yeah. So on the front of my door, it says like Monday through Thursday is 9 to 7, Friday 9 to 6, Saturday 10 to 2. But I haven't necessarily been there those hours, because if I am mobile tanning, I can't be there. That is just timing. And that's the difference. Like, I am working a lot and I'm there a lot, but there's a lot of downtime, because spray tanning isn't a very long service. It's not a 2.5 hour service you're getting hair. So I do have a lot of people coming in, a lot of turnover, but it's so quickly. And then I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's like 2 o'clock and I'm supposed to be here until 7. And I'm figuring all of that out and seeing my clientele. And I know that tanning in the morning and then tanning in the evening. So I may just do like no afternoon appointments. So then I'm like, I always get that one client that wants an afternoon. So that has been difficult, like really difficult. And even though it doesn't sound like it, but timing people, you want to be accessible to them. And then when you're not, it's like out of sight, out of mind. And then they forget and then they go somewhere else. Yeah.
That's a challenge. So I think, trying to figure out, is it better to do appointment or just be open or have a, shut down during the middle of the day, or what it is.
Yeah. So that has been a challenge.
Yeah. But I guess, and the teeth whitening and the body contouring and all that will hopefully help fill in those voids.
Yeah. The teeth whitening definitely has, because I mean, that's a 20-minute service. So like check in, service, check out, still about 30 minutes, but it definitely, like having someone in there, versus not having someone in there.
When you're paying for a spot.
Yeah.
Challenging, but that's how we grow. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So you said when you started out that you did some certifications. Do you remember which ones you took?
So I've done a lot.
Okay, as a lot of people have. That's good.
Yeah, just online, like Norvell certifications, colorology, mastering the art of spray tanning, perfect glow. I think that's it. Soon to be sunless evolution. I will do that. But I honestly like a gazillion like basic ones.
Yeah.
Anything you can find online, I've probably done it. Just because like
NTTI, all those kind of
things. You just want to know, like even if it's just a little bit from someone else, you want to hear like their perspective and like how they spray or like how they teach. And then we've talked about it. It's a reinforcement to like, yes, Ellen, you are doing things correctly. And continuing education is important. And so even though like, I think it was 2 years ago or maybe a year ago that I bought the Mastering the Art of Spray Tanning, and that was an ebook, and that's reinforcement.
Book,
So it was cool to see. And, you know, cause she's bilingual, but not that I got the one that was in Spanish, but I'm just saying like she like, I want to see how she does things differently. And then it was really cool because then you get to see all her Amazon products at the end, which is also like, okay, I didn't know where to get that, but now I do. So it's very nice to see those things.
And a lot of the education overlaps, like you said, but just seeing a different perspective sometimes helps. Reinforcement is huge, but the different perspective sometimes, like you know it, but when somebody says it a different way, like they might be a really good teacher, and you're like, that's right, and you're just like, okay, it clicks.
Yes, absolutely. And I like hearing Jimmy's perspective a lot too. Like I asked about booties the other day. I'm like, so do you go barefoot or do you like put booties on? And so I have booties, but like, so a lot of my clients that I go to are very down to earth, and we're in the country, like we don't wear shoes a lot anyways. And so I usually take off my shoes because I'll wear flip-flops. I used to wear tennis shoes, but then I'm like, I don't want to like track stuff in, so I can slip off my shoes a lot, but you can't wear booties with flip-flops. It's really hard.
Probably fall.
It's like you're flipping and flopping your booties off. So you can always put the booties on your bare feet. That's what I've done. But a lot of my clients.
That was you that asked that question. That was a good one.
Because a lot of people will be like, I'm Korean. I don't like to wear shoes in my house, you know? So it's like, I don't know, like, should I wear shoes or should I not wear shoes? And then I'm like, I'm barefoot. I don't want to like make footprint marks. So that's when the booties come in.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Booties. Make sure to get them.
For real. Get your booties.
Let's see. So education, you did that. What, if you don't mind sharing the machine and the products that you use?
So I have, so I would say like, I do not have like the best spray tan machine on the market. Not that I think of, but I will say like a lot of them are the same. You just slap on a different sticker. They're all like made by, like Maximus, Apollo, even like M1000 by Norvell, which I have had that kicking for 11, 12 years.
That's the Apollo Mini, the little one.
The Mini Mist. It
is
like,
the same machine.
It is the exact same machine. And it's like, but that thing does work. Like at first I was like, I don't know how many clients I could do with this. Oh no, I could bang out 30 people with that. But mine hasn't overheated. Knock on wood. That's not even wood, but you feel me? Like it hasn't overheated or anything. My newest gun I got was the Oasis, and I did that for traveling purposes.
That's the one that has the solution in the.
It has the motor in
the gun.
It looks like a blow dryer. So, but I will say the downfall about that, it is very heavy. But it has a motor in it. So it does still has, obviously, it's not cordless. It has a cord still, but you have the whole machine, and that works very well. I took that and traveled with it to Florida to spray instead of traveling with the air compressor because that is so bulky. And I'm like, I can't check it. What if it breaks? So I got that gun specifically for traveling, and now I use a lot for mobile. But if I have to do more than 10, it gets pretty heavy. And I've actually, when I'm using it, I will put my hand underneath. I'm like, I need the extra support, y'all. Like for real, it is heavy. And once you've done so many, it's the same repetitive motion. My shoulders pop, my knees pop, everything is popping. I told you got a bad hip, bad shoulder, but you should take care of your bodies, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely.
Don't follow me.
Pretty much any machine. I mean, the machines are, they're all very similar is what I tell people. Everybody goes, what's the best equipment? It just depends on what you need, right?
And I will say guns. People are like, you need a professional gun.
Yeah.
Or you need like metal's better than plastic or vice versa. It's all preference.
Yeah.
It's all preference. I do not prefer a metal gun.
It's heavier.
It is so heavy. I prefer my plastic gun.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I mean, they're not that pricey. So I have a couple backups, but yeah, my the Maximus or Minimus, that thing has been kicking.
Yeah, and get a backup gun always.
Oh, always have a backup gun.
As soon as you can afford it, buy one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because for the longest time I didn't have one, so it was like, if this breaks, I guess I'm just rubbing solution on you with a mitt, which I mean, it could work, but you don't want to do that.
For sure. And then products. What products do you use?
So I use a variety of products. I mean, I started out with Norvell. I've moved to other different luxury lines per se, Perfect Glow. I mean, I just like to try all the solutions. And then even from their lines, like there's 10 different solutions in this one line. But I only like number 6.
Yeah.
Like, so I'll pull that one and then I'm like, this is my baby. The rest can go. Then like, from another solution line, I'll do the same thing with that. And also I feel like, so like the Shady Sun, I love them because they are great for my college girls because they want to be super, super dark. So I get a 16% solution for them. But then I have some ladies that are like, I do not want to be dark at all. I give them a wrap and they wear it for an hour, or I do a clear solution. And I mean, it's so different. So I think that each line caters to a specific like age group for me. Darker, obviously higher percentage solutions go for my younger crowd. My lighter percentage solutions are for my older crowd. Or like, I would say late 20s to mid 30s, they want a medium color tan. Nobody wants to be that ultra dark, but my younger girls do. And that's why I cocktail a lot. I mix a lot.
That's what you see a lot of experienced artists doing. Once they've figured out how things work and they've tested them, they're like, okay, these two together will be nice.
Yes. So I actually use a lot of competition solution, like bodybuilding solution. And I'll do like this much, a smidge of the Rapid, Perfect Glow, Norvell, Shady Sun, mine, whatever, like I mix it all because I don't know, maybe one day I should make up my own solution, but right now I just like to cocktail with whatever.
Hey, that works. That comes with experience for sure.
Thank you.
Not for the novice.
No, don't, because I mean, experiment on yourself first before you start experimenting on other people or like your friends, but definitely once you get to a certain level, you have to do that because then you're like, you have to cater and customize for each client because you can't just say, this is one solution. It's going to be great for every client because it just doesn't work. And some lines don't work on some clients.
I've heard that too.
Like it just won't take color. So that's why I would suggest carrying a few different solution lines, or maybe even just 2, just because if it's not taking because they're DHA resistant, try another one.
Just to make sure. Good point. Well, it's been a great interview. I appreciate you coming. Before I do the last question, I just want to thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to come here and do an in-person interview and meet a fellow tanner and Sunless Evo member, part of the Sunless family.
Sunless family, yeah, for sure.
But thank you for that. I love the interview. If people have questions, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Okay, yes. So I'm very active on Instagram. It's Southern Soleil. Soleil is spelled Soleil, and it means sun. So Southern Sun, a lot of people don't know how to say it, but you will know how to say it.
I didn't when we started, So
Soleil. But Southern Soleil, and Instagram, that's my handle, just Southern Soleil. That's my personal and my private page. It's not private, but it's just my page.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, Facebook's still Southern Soleil, or you can look under Ellen Sheffer. And then I do have my website, which is southern-soleil.com. And I think that's about it.
Instagram's the best.
Instagram is best. I'm on there a lot. Watch my stories.
Yeah. Ellen's a wealth of knowledge. If you have questions, reach out. She's super kind and compassionate. She's a good person. Yeah. So a good person to have in your corner for sure. So yeah, the last question is, if you had to write a letter to yourself when you were just starting out, what would you say?
Stop freaking out. Stop freaking out. Like, okay.
Take a deep breath.
one last story. Before, it took me 6 months of negotiations to get my building, because they have to okay what's going in there, because it's in the historic district and they want specific businesses there. And so I had to outbid and out negotiate a lot of people, and I had never negotiated before. I don't even know where I was going with that.
Stop freaking out.
Stop freaking out. Sorry. I was running one day, and like every morning I would run, and I'm like, okay, today's the day. Today's the day that they're going to say yes. And it would be a no, or we got to renegotiate this, renegotiate that. And I spent a lot of time like crying on the couch. And for what? Like, why was I freaking out? Because I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. Because if I was put in that building earlier, I probably would have not as been as successful as I am right now. Or I wouldn't have had the financial means, or, you know, anything like that. Right. So stop freaking out. Everything's going to happen when it happens.
Yeah, I love that. It's good advice. Some people get ahead and overthink. I'm like, just do it. You know, the cards will fall in place. And that's the fun part. I mean, it's part of being an entrepreneur. So awesome. Well, your story is amazing. It's great to meet somebody that's been in the industry for so long. You know,
Thank
10
you.
years. And you've been in this, you've seen the business side from the salon, which is great. So you have a lot of knowledge on that's going to help you build your business as well. So we're excited to see that. And keep in touch. We'll definitely be following you. And obviously, you're part of our Sunless family, so we definitely want to keep in touch.
Yes, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, thanks so much for joining us. I hope people reach out and ask questions.
Absolutely, anytime.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Thank you, Grant.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.